All right, good morning, everyone. You're welcome to today's morning market review. Please, I would just like us to be 4 minutes. The meeting will start probably by 8:05. Just need to put some technical things in place so that we can have a smooth session this morning. So, let's just hold on till like 8:05 so that we can start the meeting. Thank you so much. All right, good morning, everyone. Welcome to today's morning market review once again. And please, if you can all hear me, I'd like you to just let me know on the chat box. Just say good morning. Right, let's keep it coming. Say good morning, Mr. Shugo. Good morning. Morning, Christian Grift, Prince, Ugo. Oh, thank you so much. All right, now not taking much of our time, we'll quickly be looking at what is likely going to happen in the market today and for the rest of the week. So just ensure that you are ready and you have logged into the accounts that you'll be using to make money this morning. You know, I'm trying to check D30 and I see that D30 has started a move. Actually missed that move. Yeah, just this candle, just this morning, I started a move. So I'll just wait for it at the point before now look out to sell D30. Right? So now I believe we've been having a very good day from yesterday. Yesterday was market was kind of quiet because there was no really major fundamental that can easily move price. Okay, let me share my screen now so that we can all right, I hope we can all see my screen. If you can see my screen, just yeah, so if you can see my screen, I'd like you to just say yes, so that we can proceed with the meeting. All right, okay, good. All right, let's continue then. Now, I believe they would have actually talked about the fundamentals that will be released for the events, for all the fundamental events throughout this week. And we know last week was NFP, traded NFP, and it was a success. You know, we made some good money. And this week, we have some data that will also be released. I know some of us are aware already, but I'll just quickly want to run through it before we proceed in looking at the chart, right? So for today, which is Tuesday, there is no really high impact event that can spike price. But I would like us to be careful when it comes to speech. Something like now ECB, European Central Bank President Lagarde, giving a speech is definitely going to affect the market. And also when FOMC member, Federal Open Market Committee, they are also giving a speech just expected to have effect on US dollar also. And for tomorrow, that's where the major impact news starts from. So tomorrow by 1:30, you can see this is the first time I will actually be witnessing a scenario whereby PPI, which is Producers Price Index, is coming out before CPI, which is a Consumer Price Index. So, sorry. So this is the first time I'm witnessing that. And I want us to understand this. The PPI and the CPI, they are fundamental events. Now, we need to be able to know what PPI and CPI signifies. For those that have been attending classes, they would have been able to explain to us how fundamental events can easily affect the market. Okay? So PPI is simply means Producers Price Index, while CPI means Consumers Price Index. So these are economic data that can give us direction in the market, and we tend to follow price movement and to make money from it. Okay, so please tomorrow watch out for this news by 1:30. As much as we'll be trading it live here in Abuja office. Oh, sorry, my name is Gabriel Oriton. Okay, so I'm the one handling the meeting this morning. I have my colleague with me, Mr. Victor. also. So we'll be handling it together. All right. So also on Thursday, you have GDP for GBP in the morning, GDP for GBP Mori. Patrick Charity Akudo said you need an FX mentor on trade. So you need a mentor on FX trading. I will just advise that having a mentor is a good thing, but a mentor that doesn't have results, it should not be somebody you should be following. Understand? So our advice in anywhere you are, if you are in Lagos, try and locate our office. If you are in Port Harcourt, try and locate our office. Anywhere you are, try and find yourself in the office, and you have access to the trainers, you have access to your account managers who will easily be able to guide you through and ensure that you don't make mistakes. All right. Just let your obedience be complete. Most times we are controlled by our greed level. So we always want the profit in bulk, whereby we leave out the principles and we just find ourselves with principalities. So, right. So please try and find yourself in any of our offices. You'll be guided and they'll put you through on what to do. All right. So please, getting a mentor is a good thing, but ensure you find yourself in any of our offices. All right. That's for Patrick Charity. If you need a mentor, find yourself in the office. All right. So let's proceed, please. So just like I was saying, Grace, hello, Joe. Okay, I greet all the Abuja clients. You're welcome to Morning Market Review. Right, we'll be making small money later, but let's quickly check through what will happen. Now, looking at the high impact event. So remember, I said this is the first time I'll be witnessing PPI before CPI. So CPI is happening on Thursday, while PPI is on Wednesday, and we'll be using them to trade, we'll be using them to make money. And Friday, you can see the Bank of England, Governor Bailey is going to give a speech, and also you have consumer sentiment. Now, please, you see all this news day, why am I showing us all this is for the fact that now we have three different types of analysis, which is a fundamental, technical, and sentimental analysis. Fundamental analysis, technical analysis, and sentimental analysis, right? So now, even if you are using technical analysis to trade, you need to be aware of the fundamental events that can easily change price direction. You understand? All right. So, for example, I see price at support and I want to place a buy, but there is a fundamental event that can easily change price direction. Now, in as much as fundamental is just noise to some extent, but the noise gives direction to price. And remember, everything you want to do, you must be able to follow the price movement. If you cannot follow price movement, you'll miss out on the market. Do you understand? All right. So I think I will be going to my charts because I've been able to talk a bit about fundamental, but I know some of us just want to hear buy here, sell here, Okay, but we'll do that now and we'll end the meeting. Okay, so now I'm currently on, okay, let's start with currency. My favorite instrument, which is USD JPY. You can see I set a pending order for this guy yesterday and it triggered into profit, which is a very good one. So today, let's see what's most likely going to happen today. Okay, any online link, any online link. So if you say there's any online link, if it is for training, I believe your account officer would have sent you the link for training, online trainings. We usually have Zoom meetings. Okay. Now, before the end of the meeting, I'm actually going to give us all these details about trainings and the meetings we usually have, so that you can get to take advantage of everything as we are being given to you. All right. Okay. So now this is USD JPY. I'm going to, when I get to the chart of gold, I will answer your question. right? So whether the gap will be filled or not. Now, going further, USD just like I said, my favorite instrument. I love this guy very well. It always pays. It pays. It pays. We all know what is happening between Israel and Gaza, Hamas, terrorists. Okay, so by the time the market opens, because this thing started on Saturday, by the time the market opens, we can see reactions on most of the instrument that has to do with the dollar. All right. So now, looking at what is happening, USD has been a very strong instrument, and understand the fact that anytime there is war, most economies would not really want to give their investment in the value of that economic currency, because it can easily devalue the currency. You understand? Because war doesn't make the currency to grow. That's why we usually inform you, we tell you that anytime there's economic instability, investors will not be thinking of leaving their investment in the value of the currency. You understand? So you need to now look out for what they are looking out for now. So, for example, now the people, Israelis going to war. Now, for example, you would expect more people to actually demand for a relative stable currency or a relatively stable instrument. Now, for example, now like gold or the US dollar, for example, now. So at this point in time, most people would rather want to change the values of their currency and just keep it in a stable instrument. So now, looking at what is happening on this guy, you just hold on. Looking at what is happening on this guy, change my time frame to daily time frame. We all know that this guy is strictly an uptrend, basically an uptrend guy. And in an uptrend, you are just looking out for buying, more of buying rather than selling. But my own take on USDJPY, I think I said it last month that USDJPY is going to be more of a sell rather than a buy. And I'm going to prove that to us this morning. Okay. So why is it that I'm envisaging more of a sell rather than a buy? Because we were told that you buy when the price is going up and you sell when the price is coming down. Okay, that's what we were told. Yes, that is very true. But there are some points whereby you are not really looking out to buy, but rather you are looking out to sell. So now, proving my points to us this morning, this is on a monthly time frame. So if I zoom out completely, I do more of a long-term trade. So that's why I'm showing you all this now. All right. So looking at what has happened, price has gotten here. In short, I think I'll need to hear some of our views so that TechnoSpark 7, please check your audio very well. I believe my audio is good. My audio is very good. So please try and check your audio. Just like I was saying, look at the last time, which was the all-time high on the chart before. Okay, on the chart, we can see it here. And price was able to break this all-time high, create another high in 2022, which was last year, October, which was October-November move. Yes, so because I traded this news and I was able to make some good money from it. So, now price is back here. Let me just mark out the point for us. So let me change this. Right. You know, for every trade you want to pick, there's always a reason for it. So if you don't have a reason to back up your trade technically or fundamentally, most likely you just want to gamble on that instrument. And, it's not good. Okay, let me change it to 2. All right, then now I just want to show us the zone. So the highest point, highest time all is this guy. So because we are going down to smaller time frames and we'll see how we can take advantage of this. Let me change this red. Good. Now, let me zoom in. Look at what price is doing currently. Last year, there was a bearish engulfing on the monthly time frame, price only fell for 1 month and see it hovering back to this point. So, but if we now come down to a more lower time frame, now looking for those lines, you see, they are far off. Now, price still has tendency to pull up. You understand? Also, it has tendency to pull down. So there are two directions for price. Either price goes up or price comes down. So now the question is, how will you be able to follow price now? Which is very, very simple. Which is very, very simple. Okay, somebody said you bought USDJPY yesterday. Oh, now, okay. Good morning, Mr. Gabriel. Can you mentor? All right, please. Okay, just hold on. Now, you see, one thing about USDJPY is this. USDJPY recently, if not for fundamental, does more of up and down right now. Yeah. And I want you to understand this. When it comes to a major fundamental event, now, if you check, when NFP was about coming out, price wasn't really going up, neither was price really coming down, right? Now, see this spike was as a result of fundamental, which is not NFP. Now, NFP was on Friday, this was Friday, and you see price was going up. Even when NFP came out, it still pulled up. All right, so even when NFP was being released, price still pulled up. And you can see the effect on other instruments like Euro USD fell massively, but it has recovered. GBP USD fell massively also, it has recovered too, right? Now, one thing about USDJPY, you see this zone. Let me mark out a zone for you here. You see this zone, one here, and another zone here. Now, you see this zone like this, right? Now, if you are doing a buy and a sell, now I won't be expecting you to, if you can buy now and you put your take profit somewhere around there, you can even decide to sell, because let me tell you something. What price is doing currently is what we call inside a range before a major fundamental. Altogether, inside a range before a major fundamental, right? So now, even if you buy now, the truth is this: immediately you buy, price has tendency to come back to this place before going up. Your trade was not really a bad trade; it's a good trade, because price is still coming here. Before the fundamental, price is going to get to this point somewhere around 149,342, and before the fundamental also, I'm actually expecting more of ups and down, which is before tomorrow's data by 1:30 and the Thursday data by 1:30 also, which is CPI and PPI. All right. So these are my expectations. But then I know that most of us cannot do instant execution. Most of us can't do instant execution. So let's see. If we are to set a pending order, I would most rather want to do a sell stop somewhere around here below this point, and a take profit somewhere around here, which is here, because I need to be careful with the shadows. Yes, very careful with the shadows. Because now we are trading more of technical. So because fundamental is there's no major fundamental that can easily change price direction. So that's why we are doing more of technical analysis, right? And if I'm looking at a buy, my buy should be somewhere around here, above this point, and take profit somewhere around here. So for those that wants to take advantage of it, so let me just give us, then we do one more currency, commodities, then we look at the index. Okay, so now for my sell stop is somewhere around 148.698, 148.698, and take profit at 148.537. 148.537. That's for USDJPY sell stop. Sell stop, take profit, entry price at 148.698. and take profit at 148.537. Then my buy stop entry above this level, above this level, I have my buy stop entry. So entry for buy stop at 149.229, 149.229, and take profit at 149.367, 149.367. Now, I want you to understand something. There is no currency that will just be strong forever, right? There is no currency that will just be strong forever. Arubi Emmanuel. There's no currency, okay? The US dollar was strong yesterday morning, lose strength, was responsible, okay? Yeah, okay. I was even trying to make reference to that now. There's no instrument, there's no currency that will just be strong forever. What do I mean by forever now? In terms of event, fundamental event for economies, you know, looking at what is happening in light of the economy. For USD example now, USD is tracked in between the fact that now, since Israel is at war, they need to send aid to Israelis and aids in terms of supply of ammunition, supply of food, things that can help the Israelis. And also for the fact that USD is a stronger currency whereby now most people leave their investment in the value of the dollar. And now currently dollar is actually at a high demand, so which is what is causing the strength of the dollar. But then now dollar cannot just be strong forever. Okay, that's what I want you to understand. So now, because it was strong from morning till evening, doesn't mean that it will be strong from evening till the following day. Just need you to take note of that, please. It's very important. Let's take note of that. It's very important, all right? So that you don't make the mistake of buying it when the strength is collapsing, right? So that's why most time pending order works way better than what we think. Yes, it works way better than what we think, all right? So no currency will ever continue in the strength forever, because there will always be a point where the strength is going to fall, right? So, let's do one more currency, then we are going to do one commodity, which is gold. Yes, I know most people want to go to, but I'm still going to do gold. Now, for you, Euro USD, let's see, for Euro USD, I need to change all these things so that we can see what's happening, all right? Euro USD is more of a downtrend. Now, for people that wants to do a long-term trade, I can advise a buy on Euro USD, a long-term trade, right? I think I can advise a buy on Euro USD. Because looking at this is weekly time frame on Euro USD, right? So in weekly time frame, anytime there is a move like this, this move is signifying something. See, the candles were just small. It was coming down. In as much as, yes, the trend is way like a downtrend. This is a downtrend, right? Somebody say, this is up. No, the complete trend, yeah. I think it's good to have a discussion on Euro USD. Then we'll go to gold. Now, let me quickly throw out this question to us. Very simple question, right? Looking at what I am seeing on weekly time frame, what is your view? What is your expectation? Or what are you expecting price? Now, because see, as a trader, there are two different things, right? As a trader, there are two different things. You want to look at the long-term view, and also you want to check the short-term view, right? So just like I was saying, now I'm going to ask us a question and I'll give room for us to answer. Now, as a trader, you need to look at the long-term view, and also you need to be able to check the short-term view, right? and you check for intermediate trend too. But now let me throw this question. Based on what we can see on the chart, we want to first look at the trend. What will eventually happen also? So I'm asking a question now. What do you think about Euro USD? So for those that want to answer this question, because you can raise up your hands by clicking on raise hands on the button there. Then you can, okay, okay, good. I have some people that want to answer the question. So now I will ask you to unmute yourself, just 2 or 3 persons, then we can continue with the meeting. All right. Okay, so let's see. Entry point, okay. Trend lines will move below the support in zigzag. All right, let's see the people that raised their hands. Omar Romeo Ari. All right, I will ask you to unmute yourself now. I will ask you. So, Mr. Emmanuel Mills. You can unmute yourself.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning, everybody.
Good morning, sir. Welcome, sir.
Yeah, from what I'm seeing from the charts,
yes, sir.
the weekly chart, and if you're a long-term trader, you simply set your, because you are going on the weekly and you are going for a long term, all you need to do is to set your buying position below the last week, and you buy from there upward, because definitely
below the last week, which is somewhere around there like this.
Exactly there.
Okay.
And you set your buy trade from there upward, up to a retracement level of about 50%, or if you have money, if you have more money in the account, you could go up to 61.8. If you do a retracement.
If I'm doing something like this, for example.
Yes.
Now, because technically speaking, looking at the previous candle, this is showing a reversal signal.
Absolutely.
Technically speaking. So now with what is happening, so now some people might decide to even want to decide to buy now, which is not a bad idea, but that's if they have money in their account, right?
Yes.
So why now you are waiting for price to come down to this last, which is somewhere below this previous low, to set a buy limit, right?
Yes.
So where will be your take profit now?
I could, if being cautious, I will do a 50% retracement level. That's profit number 1.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Somewhere around there like this.
Yes. That's number 1, and I can go up to the tip of just before the next resistance. Before the next resistance,
which is somewhere around there. Yeah.
Before the next, exactly, for my take profit too. So I could, that would be my first option when I'm buying on the long term.
Wow. So now, does it mean that there's no chances of selling Euro USD like this?
There is. The market is dynamic. The market moves up and down. There is.
Yes,
obviously,
definitely.
We cannot actually predict where the market is going. Sometimes the market can show us this reversal level, this reversal candle, and change again. So what if you want to go on a short term? You have to look at a lower time frame.
Okay, let's try something like 4 hours.
Yes, 4 hours. 4 hours will help you to detect what you are in terms of if you are a daily intraday trader.
Okay, so this is a 4-hour time frame chart now.
Okay. Looking from the 4-hour time frame now, what we're seeing that the market is actually ranging right now. Now, so you can do a breakout strategy. Put the lower, this 4 hours, you look at this first. Yes, come down a little bit. No. That's too far. Yeah. Yes. And
okay.
put your stop and go down. That is if you are conservative. But if you are averse to risks, you can move it up a little bit. If you are adverse to risks.
Let me move it up a bit.
If you are adverse to risks, I mean,
that's somewhere around there.
That's somewhere around there. Yeah, somewhere around there if you're adverse to risk. But if you are a very conservative trader and you don't want, and the level of money you have is not so much, and you are sure bet, that is where you are right now, and you put the very next support, you put your TP. But you put your TP. So that would be my take, a downward trend.
Thank you so much for this. I learned something from here now. I learned something from here. Thank you so much, Mr. Emmanuel Mills. Let's hear from one more person. Okay, I don't want to be biased now. Okay, so Mr. Charles. Mr. Charles, you can unmute yourself, Mr. Charles Kalu. Okay, let's see. Mr. Charles, can unmute yourself. Let's hear your view on Euro USD. So let me change it back to a weekly time frame. And now it's good we're having this discussion because most times people don't know what to do when they are on the chart. And I usually advise most of the time it is best you check the long term and you also check the short term trend. So you'll be the one to now determine, okay, if I'm going for a long-term trade, this is where I'm going. I'm buying or I'm selling. All right, Mr. Charles, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. I think we're moving from an expert to a greenhorn. So I'll share from my own greenhorn perspective. Looking at it from the weekly time frame, the price is on a support.
Yes.
So I'll expect a reversal. So I will probably prefer a buy.
Okay, good. So you also prefer a buy trade?
Yes.
Okay. All right. That's a lovely one.
Okay.
So, but if you are going for a buy, where would you be looking at taking profit if you are looking at buying?
I'll buy, and my take profit will be in the region before the weak resistance, which is a 1.13010.
1.13.
Yes.
Wow. That's 1.13 somewhere around here. If I'm right. This is 1.1. 1.13. If you say 1.13, 1.13 is somewhere.
No, 1.116. That's our. We'll come that bit. Exactly.
Okay, good. Somewhere around there.
Wow.
Well, that is a lovely one. It's a very good one. Okay, but I'm getting to know the fact that everybody is saying the same view, which is more like price most likely is going to buy, right? And now this is being conservative. You just need to be very, very conservative. So just like Mr. Emmanuel Mills said earlier, you being conservative, you need to be able to check, okay, I can't be entering at this point. I need to see a move or I need to see a reaction from the price before I'll be buying. All right, which is, okay. Yes, I'm enjoying this. All right, thank you so much for everyone that actually contributed to what we have on the chart. It is now, let me give my view. We are all correct. Price is most likely going to buy. Mr. Emmanuel Mills said something, he said the market is dynamic and it's up and down. I really love that, right? So which means there are some times that even if you see a reversal signal, a fundamental event is most likely going to change your direction and you would have picked the trade already. Okay, so all right, so okay, so now let me just quickly wrap up with Euro USD. Then assuming we have a very long time, we would have been able to have a swift discussion on all these instruments. Everybody shared their views. We know what we are doing wrong and we know what we are doing right. Understand? All right. So let me just quickly wrap up. What are we looking at doing on Euro USD? Are we buying or we are selling? Now, left to me, if I'm setting my pending order, you see somewhere around there, like this now, I'm putting my sell stop and my take profit should be somewhere around there like this. I'm a very good conservative trader. What do I mean by being conservative now? I don't expose my account to too much risk. You know, it's good to take risk, but you need to take a well-calculated risk. So I usually take well-calculated risk during fundamental events, right? So if I'm looking at selling Euro USD, my sell stop is at 1.05478. Sell stop at 1.05478, and take profit at 1.05380. 1.05380. And also, if I'm looking at doing a buy, all right, let me do something. Let's see in the morning. Because we need to be careful with this resistance here. You know, there's a resistance here, so the take profit must be before the resistance, which is there. See, most likely price is going to hit our buy stop anytime soon. So if I'm looking at buying, so my buy stop should be at 1.05730, 1.05730, and take profit at 1.05824. 1.05824. All right. So now I'll be handing over to my boss. Okay, I'll be handing over to JSM Silva. All right, you are raising up hands, but okay, don't worry. Every of our questions will be answered. Okay, I'll be handing over to my boss, Mr. Victor, so that he can continue this session with us. All right, thank you all. See you when I see you. Mr. Victor.
All right. Okay, everyone. All right, good morning, everyone. I trust you can hear me. Thank you, Prophet Gabriel. So that was Mr. Gabriel, aka the prophet of the financial market. So you've analyzed Euro USD, USD JPY. He quite took his time to show us, how to analyze properly, because our goal is not just to always give us trade. We'll not always be there as much as we want to try and be there, but the market is constant. The market is always moving. So what if Rally Trade is not asking you to buy or sell? The end game is for you to know how to do analysis by yourself. All right. So before I go on, so I will not be by myself. Please, if you can hear me, just drop a yes on the chat box. If you can hear me, please drop a yes on the chat box so we can move on. All right. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Now let's quickly move to gold. Time is not waiting for anyone. So let's quickly move to gold, because I know a lot of you trade gold. Now, first of all, you notice over the past few weeks, massive pump down in gold. Massive pump down in gold. You see consistent drop in gold. It's a massive consistent drop in gold. Let me see what my chart does look like. Okay. All right. So you notice gold has been pumping down consistently. It is pumping down. In fact, if you want to do trading with retracement, you most likely miss a lot of moves, because once it pumps down, it just ranges for a few hours, keep pumping down, ranges for a few hours, pump down again, ranges, pump down, and the like consistently. But you could see as of the beginning of the market yesterday, say this gap up. Now, usually when price gaps up like this, a lot of times it covers that gap, right? It covers that gap, but you're not seeing price covering this gap. Instead, it ranged, pumped up. Now, this morning, we are seeing a little bit of drop also, but I am not optimistic that price will drop now. But not just me saying, let us look at what price is saying. Now, the best way to trade actually is to project. What we are trying to do is to project where price is going to in the long run. So we just try following it. So for example, now, what is price most likely to do for today or possibly for the rest of this week? Now, what I do is this: you go to your higher time frame. There's something called the top-down analysis. You analyze price, the way Eagle sees When eagle is very high up, you can seize far down. So you go very high and you look at the structure of the market. So it tells you more of where price is most likely to go to. For example, I go to my weekly time frame. You don't use smaller time frame to do that, not your 1 minute, 5 minute, 15, 30, 1 hour, 4 hours. You can do D1, but I prefer starting from W1. That's 1 week. Now I'm switching to my 1 week time frame, right? Now I zoom out to see the chart well, right? You can see I zoom out again. Now you see that gold is in an uptrend, but not conventional uptrend. It will range for a long period of time within a particular zone. For example, while gold was doing all the way up here and all the way down here. All right, this is the major resistance and major support at the time. Now, price broke that level and kept going up consistently. Now came to this level. Let me see. This particular level here. All right. And price has been at this level for a while. Okay, so this is the lowest price has dropped in recent times, and this is the highest point that gold has gotten to, right? 2071.59, around that region. Okay, so then you will look at it with a bird eye view. You can now analyze price. Now let's now analyze. We are looking at our pivot point or support resistance major areas. Now what you are looking for is cluster, at least 2, 3, 4 or more candles clustering around a particular region. Price going either above for resistance or below for support. For those who understand support resistance, where is it recently? Vis-a-vis and the lowest, closest low is this point here. The last time price was doing a massive fall, this was where it fell to before it was. Now it has been doing a massive fall again. Since that massive fall, it stopped exactly at the same point it stopped previously. I don't know if you can see what I'm saying, right? Let me see. You're not hearing? No audio? Is the audio good now? Is the audio good now? Okay, all right. Thank you. All right. Okay, sorry about that. All right, so I'm trying to analyze gold, looking at the larger picture now. All right, so we went to our weekly time frame. First of all, there is a major zone. The major zone, for example, here, gold has not gone below this particular level for a long period of time. Now, I think since 2020, the last time that gold came as low as this point here, first time it did that, okay, first of all, it was 2020, then 2021, it came back there, this candle 2021 again, it did here 2022, 2022. Now for 2023, it hasn't dropped as low as this point. It only dropped here and pulled back up again, back to the highest point. Now it did a massive drop to the previous point it stopped. So it's like 2023 is moving go to a higher point now. So price stopped here, and when it was pumping down again, the same point is stopping here right now. And you can see that it has resumed moving up. Now, not just resumed moving up, it gapped up first, gapped up, and there's a high chance that gold will still continue. So what I do is I walk down to my lower time frames and look out for entry points. So our most likely movement for gold now is going to be an upward movement, right? Most job now is to look for where to enter my price. So I keep walking down to my lower time frames. If you see my 4-hour time frame, all right, this is my 4 hours time frame now. This is that support that I marked, that point that was marked. All right, so from there, and if we trace it backward, you'll notice that that was where price stopped previously. This is going to be long, okay? Aha. All right, you see this was where price stopped previously. All right, that's support zone. So we are looking at entering our buys. So our entry point is what we are looking for right now. Okay? Now, price gapped up. We are not seeing price cover that gap. So where is our recent support? On my 4 hours time frame, this is the lowest point came, and I walked down to my 1 hour time frame. Now, some of you are scalpers. I can understand you are scalpers. When you are scalping, you don't care much about the market structure. You just want to enter the market. Once it turns blue, if you're using your mobile phone, you know when it's in red, you are in drawdown, and when it turns blue, you are already in profit. Now, when it turns blue, your hand is just, you know, on the trigger, ready to close that particular trade. Now, that's what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about scalping. I'm talking about placing your trade, leaving it and allow the market to do what it ought to do. Trading is an investment, so you need to treat it as such. And what do you do in a normal investment? You put your money somewhere and you allow your money to work for you. All right. So when you are scalping, you are doing more of the work. Your eyes is glued to the screen, everything, just entering and getting out. You know, you are doing the heavy lifting. It can be tedious. If you've scalped before, you understand how scalping can be. The adrenaline pump and everything. But here is you want to find a good position to place your trade and allow the market do what it needs to do. So, if price comes all the way back to this particular point here, if price can pump all the way down here, then it most likely going to pump up again for a buy on the condition that price doesn't cover this particular gap. Now, in as much as you give a buy limit at this point, we'll also have our stop loss somewhere around here in case price breaks this particular level. All right, if it breaks this particular level, then it takes us out here. All we need to do is to wait for it again at this support zone again. Wait for it here at this support zone. All right. So allow price to come down. If it comes down, there's a very high chance there's a win. Now, I know some of you might not be patient. You want to enter a trade right now because it might take several hours for gold to pump all the way down here. So we are going to do two things. If we are waiting for gold to drop down for us to enter a buy, then we are doing a buy limit. A buy limit, then the stop loss below this area. And alternatively, it does not mean that gold will 100% come all the way down before it start pumping up. You can just see gold start pulling up, right? And see gold start pulling up. And in case it start pulling up, then we are doing a buy stop. Have our entry at okay, so we are doing two things now. Buy stop at 1866.90, 1866.90. In case gold doesn't come all the way to support before pushing up, because gold reacts to US dollar, as you know. Now, US dollar is strong, and we expect gold to pull down, all right? Hence, I will most likely prefer gold pulls down first, then I buy it. I have my buy stop somewhere around here, then we go up, all right? So the buy, let me give us for the buy stop first, then we'll do the buy limit, all right? Buy stop at 1866.90, then take profit at 1875.42. 1875.42. That's the buy stop. Then the buy limit now, in case price comes down, because everything we are looking at is buy. We are doing more of buy. Right, so is that a buy stop if it keeps going now, or a buy limit if it comes down a little? So buy limit at 18, let me put it up a bit. Buy limit at 1846.77, 1846.77. Please, you can just take this down, 1846.77. And yeah, you can just, let me give us a take profit. Let me give us a take profit. We can have our take profit at 1857.30. Let me look at it very well. 1857. No, let me adjust this. Okay, 1854.98. Take profit at 1854.98. 1854.98. Now, only my buy limit will have a stop loss, you know, because this is a pivot point, a critical point. Now, in case price breaks here and it's pulling down, then my stop loss is going to be at 1839.95. 1839.95. Stop loss for the buy limit. Stop loss for buy limit. 1839.95. No stop loss for the buy stop. No stop loss for the buy stop. All right. So we are envisaging more of buys for gold. In fact, I'm envisaging more of buy throughout this week. And in any case where gold doesn't buy, I see a massive drop, maybe because gold, dollar retains the strength and gold cannot find that momentum to pull up. If it comes all the way back to this support, it's going to be a buy again. So just on your chart, locate this support level, right? Anytime gold pumps down, start buying. That support before gold did a gap up, right? Start buying, right? Start buying again. So that is for gold for today. Then also oil, the same thing we noticed on oil. We noticed that same gap on oil. Okay, so you can have, let me see. Yeah, it's more of an upward movement now, but price has been ranging around this resistance level. So oil also is most likely going to be a buy, but for you to buy, there's something say buy the dip or you buy at support. You don't just buy because you feel that it's going to be buy. You can buy now and it's not buying right now. It might take several hours for you to do that buy. Always look out for support to buy, but notwithstanding, let's have some entry points. Let's have some entry points. Okay, so gold oil is currently trapped in between this particular range. Now, for the longest period or throughout last week, oil was just pumping down also, everything pumping down. So we are optimistic that this is going to be a signal to buy. The same analysis I did on oil, sorry, on gold is most likely applied to oil, but there's one slight difference. So let's do the analysis again. So let me look at a weekly time frame. Okay, this is the weekly time frame. This is the lowest. Let's say take this as a support level for oil. I like doing top-down analysis a lot, and you'll find out that top-down analysis will help you. It will help you to limit the number of wrong trades you are taking, actually. It will help you to limit the number of wrong trades you are taking. But it can require you to be a little more patient to wait for price to enter the trade. And that is one thing that we lack. Patience is the strategy, right? Yeah, patience is strategy. Patience is strategy. It's a strategy. But it's hard to be patient. That's the honest thing. Okay, so let me just, now, for example, I go to my heat frame. Let me not do the complex going from the weekly time frame. Now, you see this previous, let me see. This is oil, okay. Now, this was a support level. This was a support level before, a support level. This was a support level before. Price broke this place, tested it, support, and this is a 4-hour time frame. Now, also support, right? Now, but price broke this particular support here. So, you see this point here, almost counted for a retest. When price gapped up and kept going up, it almost went above this place. Most likely, this particular zone served as a resistance now, because when price breaks support, there's a high tendency that support can become resistance. All right. So let me put something like this. Wow, there's no time again. I don't think we can analyze so much like this again. So, okay. Now my reference is from this point here up to this point here. Now, this is a zone. So what I was expecting is oil to keep pushing up, till this particular point. When it gets to the zone, then there's a high chance that price two things can happen. It can either fall back again, or price can just, break it and keep going. But if it breaks it, it's most likely going to break it and do a little bit of retest. Break it, retest. I'm just giving you a picture of what I'm expecting. Break it, retest, and then finally take flight. All right, something like this in the long run. Okay, so but for today, in the long run, I expect price to get here. Oil will pull up. Actually, oil will pull up. I'm envisaging more of buy also for oil. Okay. Our job is just to look for a good entry point. So the first thing also is going to be for me a buy limit also. The same thing. If price falls back down to this particular level here again, I will take a buy. And as much as I take a buy, I'm going to have my stop loss below. Let's do this again. If price falls back to this point here, I'm going to take a buy trade. You know, let's start that journey up again. That's a buy limit for oil here. I'm even going to look at taking profit at this current market price. A buy limit at 86.48, and take profit at 87.62. 87.62. I'm not giving an instant buy, even though I'm expecting more of a buy. I'm not giving an instant buy. Oil is funny. Even if it go up, it might first do a little bit of drop down, hit a support, then take flight. All right. So that's the buy limit. Meanwhile, this guy, if oil is ready to pull, I'll look at attacking a buy from here, and I'm not going much outside the zone, just inside of the zone. All right, 88.82. A buy stop at 88.82 and take profit at 89.51. Not much. The condition that will continue buying is if price breaks above this, comes back to the test, they'll take flight. So a buy stop at 88.82 and take profit at 89.51. Wow, no time to take much, but I guess today is more of learning how to take trades. Okay, so GBP CHF is a buy. The same thing is a buy. Just, I think an instant buy will even do. Price has been respecting this support. An instant buy, I think an instant buy will do, but it might not go too far. An instant buy will do. GBP CHF, an instant buy. D30, funny enough, this guy is just pumping up, you know. I was almost caught in the trap of selling this guy, but thank God for wisdom. You know, wisdom is profitable to direct. I was almost selling D. And once I want to sell D, I can just sell D and just allow the guy to play out. But dollar is not 100%. It's not 100% predictable, but the predictability of dollar now is, you know, reduced. Hence, I don't want to take too much chances. So for now, D30 is at a particular, is in a no man's land. For me to take a decision, I'm looking at, okay, let's look at trading the retracement for D30, although it's quite dangerous. There's no clear-cut entry for this guy. Whatever we are doing now is more of a gamble of D, trust me. Whatever I want to do now is more of a gamble. I want to bank on the fact that price will retrace, you know, come down to support here. If I told you to keep going over this, retrace, so we take an entry, sell, take profit here, then retrace, or a continuous buy, and whatever it is, the gamble right now. So let's leave out that guy. Let's leave it. I think let's take like two more. Let's take two more. Let's see what price is going. Okay, for AUD USD happened to be a downtrend instrument. AUD USD happened to be a downtrend. In fact, the formula is whatever you pair with the dollar is in trouble. Whatever you pair with the dollar is in trouble. So this is my weekly time frame. I can clearly see that AUD USD is on the downtrend. Clearly on a downtrend. Now, so what I'm looking out for is opportunity to sell. So my job is now to look for entries to sell. Trading is not really, it's not difficult. It's not difficult. We just have a little bit of wrong perspective to trading. A lot of things can give you the wrong perspective, or what you want. You are trying to bring your wants into the market, and it doesn't work that way. The market has a structure. You know, some of us have philosophies that we used to view like philosophy about certain things. Your philosophy about religion, your philosophy about education, your philosophy about this. Now, it does not necessarily mean that your philosophy is right. No, it doesn't mean that. You know, you can have a wrong philosophy, a wrong perspective towards something. All right, hence, you always find yourself at the receiving end. But the safest thing is to have the right perspective. So the market has in the market rather, you can have the wrong perspective towards trading. Hence, the implication is you lose money all the time. Even if you make money that is not sustainable before, you know, it's gone again. All right. Now, but having the right perspective towards the market, and the right perspective is first, the trend is your friend. If you notice everything I've done, in everything I've analyzed, the first thing I go to a higher time frame to find out the flow, the direction. The trend is your friend. do not trade against the trend. And if you do, just know that your risk is higher if you are trading against the trend, all right? The more preferred direction of the market is what you should trade now. Your job now is to look for entry points. Entry point. Where can I join this buy, or where can I join this? Now, for AUD/USD, is a downward flow, a downward trend, and the downward trend means do more of sell, less of buy, right? Now, I want to sell, but my job now is to look for entry to sell. This was a resistance before. Price broke it. Now, price looking at coming back into it, isn't it? So now there's a support here. So my own is I'm looking out for, in case price comes in, because it can as well pull back up, I would like to take a sell from here, and I have my take profit somewhere around here. I might take profit somewhere around here. Now let's say for AUD/USD for a sell trade. All right, so we are just looking out for only sell limit, no buy limit. Just sell limit, no buy limit. Sell at 0.63856, 0.63856, and it take profit at 0.63591, 0.63591. Okay, so I guess we're done with it. We don't have any indices. Okay, as much as I would like to hear from you, time is not on our side. Maybe I can just do one person, or one indices you would like us to just look at before we go. Just one indices. One indices, perhaps US 100. Okay. Let's take it out. All right. So if you also look at the flow, this guy, the alternate, what do I call it now? Intermediate trend. Let me see. US 100. Oh, okay. I think I'm in the spirit. Okay, so this is US 100. And if we go to a higher time frame, we see that it's like a flow up, down, up, down. But the general direction for indices, don't get it wrong, it's still up. Don't get it twisted, it's still up. You can have a certain period where everything just looks down. Everything just looks down, down and down and down. It doesn't mean that it's a downtrend. Still an uptrend, right? Still clearly an uptrend. So when that uptrend is just going to start playing out, you'll be shocked at what's going on here, you know. Okay, let's see. Now, price. Here's my weekly time frame. Let me go to I see it's an uptrend, right? And from the uptrend, my recent support zone is here. My recent support is here. Then I go check it on my daily time frame. I look at how the market is playing out. You can see this support is holding. It's holding. All right, then my 4-hour time frame. Okay, this support is holding here. And as much as I have my support, I also have my resistance level. Let's see. I'm looking for a clear resistance. Okay. But this resistance is not that reliable because price broke it in, broke it out. Like, okay, let's see. Okay, so the next resistance level I have, reasonable resistance, is this level here, verified resistance level here. So price just broke this resistance that has been expected for few. Let me see on my 1-hour time frame. If my 1-hour, okay, this resistance level that price has been respecting. All right, this zone here, up here, price just look like it's going way above that resistance level. So I envisage more of an upward movement for this guy, given that dollar does not, retains more of its strength, because almost everything is against the dollar. When dollar is going up, almost everything, most things are tied or traded against the US dollar. So price can decide to come back down. Yeah, trading the sell and we are taking our profit. And let's see. So we are around here. So I'm going to have, in case price wants to come back down from this particular sub resistance level here that's looking at breaking. Now I'm not so sure because it's looking like it wants to hold, but I'm not seeing that massive pull up. So it can pull back down. In case it comes back down into that resistance zone, I'm going to attack it for a sell at 15159.39, 1559.39, 1559.39, and a take profit at this one, not this, not this, not this. Take profit at 15099.34, 15099.34. Okay, then there is a little resistance here. I just see untested resistance or a weak resistance rather. Now, and there's, if you notice this trend line that I drew, I took it out from when price started pulling off from that support all the way. All right, so it can still be significant. Hence, I'll need price to break above my structure before we are looking out for a buy trade. Above my structure there before we look out for a buy trade. Hence, I'm going to do a buy at 15280.48, 15280.48, 15280.48, and take profit at 15333.87. 15333.87. So the entries are dropped here for you already. What's the possible effect of Palestinian war with Israel? If more countries in the Middle East join the war, then it's going to affect the supply of oil. If you trade oil, WTI, Brent, you'll notice that these guys, the Middle East, they have a lot of oil. Right? They have a lot of oil. Then it's also going to tell on dollar. Hence, if you notice the gap up, if this war continues, right, you might see some crazy volatility in oil, then possible US dollar, safe haven too. US dollar is also a safe haven. So a lot of these guys, can move their foreign investments, out of that particular place. And dollar being a universal currency, everybody wants to have his assets stored in the value of dollar, right? Everybody can just move their assets away. The possible effect of the Palestinian war with Israel, if more countries in the Middle East join the war, it's going to affect oil, and there's a possibility it's going to also affect the dollar, but possibly making the dollar to rise. But oil is going to pump it up, all right? It's going to pump it up because they might not be able to supply oil to the extent with which they are supplying before. So there will definitely be some scarcity in oil, and scarcity improves or increases the price of a particular commodity. All right. Thank you so much for your input. I wish we had more time, but I hope this was helpful to you, and I wish you a peaceful day today. Please don't forget to join our afternoon session. If you have questions, please contact your account managers. And we have a lot of activities for you this particular month. We have our VIP trainings, our VIP upgrade. So if you want to become a VIP, and we have a lot of things, if you notice, there are some things I just don't want to show. Funny enough, some indicators. Riley has some wonderful indicators that can help you, pick trades in a particular direction. Just breaking down the process. For example, now, when I see stocks, this guy letting me know that from here, price is pulling up. And when it drops again, it's going up, telling me it's pulling up, So it breaks down the process of you doing all those analysis. It just points where price is going. We also have some VIP softwares, advanced auto trend lines, and the likes of them. It helps you to know where price is going to. Okay, but they are majorly for VIPs. Please also don't forget our afternoon live trading session. We have our afternoon live trading sessions also by 2 p.m. Please contact your account managers to get this information. They will send you a reminder. Happy Life, if you want to become a VIP, please contact your account manager or drop your email for me. Then you'll be contacted on what it takes to become a VIP. All right, when is the meeting? For the VIP, yes, please, your account managers are there to give you all this information, all of this information. Your account manager will give you all of this information. And our class starts by 10 p.m., the online class for today. All right, so you can join the Riley Academy CFTP Beginners Virtual Training by 10 a.m. today. For those who don't have time to come for the physical class, you can as well join us online by 10 a.m. All right, so thank you very much, and Look forward to seeing you next time. Thank you.